My experience as a general authority has filled my heart with appreciation for the faith and goodness of the Latter-day Saints all over the world. We served for 2 years in the Philippines. In April of 1961, President Hinckley, then in the Quorum of the 12, sent the first missionaries to Manila. There was only one Filipino priesthood holder in the Philippines. Today, there are almost 600,000 members. Their lives are not easy, and they lack many material things, but they love the Savior. The gospel is having a tremendous impact in improving their lives. What a blessing to serve in their midst.
I remember a faithful father in the Philippines telling of paying his meager tithing to the bishop one Sunday, and then leading his children home from church, knowing full well that there was no food for them. As they were walking along, a huge breadfruit dropped from a tree right in front of them. He immediately looked up and thanked God for opening the windows of heaven and sending him a breadfruit to feed his children.
You do not have to travel to the Philippines to experience such testimonies. They are evident wherever the gospel message is received and lived. But Sister Oakes and I are profoundly grateful for our opportunity to live and serve in the Philippines, where we have met thousands of wonderful members in new surroundings and seen the gospel in a new light.
During the past 2 years, Sister Maines and I have been assigned to serve in the Philippines. We have come across many examples of Filipino families and individuals who understand and keep the covenants they have made with the Lord. Let me share with you an experience that we have had with one of these families. A few months ago, I was assigned to preside at the Talisay Philippine Stake Conference. During the Sunday general session, I began my talk by thanking the congregation for their reverence. While speaking, I looked down to my left and saw a very large family sitting a couple of rows back from the front of the chapel. I was impressed to point them out and use them as an example of a family who understood and lived the principle of reverence. The parents were sitting there surrounded by many, many reverend children. Upon the completion of the meeting, we had the wonderful opportunity to meet the Abasanta family. The more I learned about them, the more I was impressed with the fact that they truly understood what it meant to keep covenants and live the gospel of Jesus Christ. Brother Lonnie and Sister Renia Abasanta joined the church 22 years ago. Together, they have had 17 children. Among the 17 children is one set of triplets. We all know that raising a family is not an easy task anywhere in the world, and the Philippines is no exception. The Abasanta family is a living example that it can be done, and it can be done in the right way.
Some years ago in the Philippines, we arrived early for a conference. Sitting on the curb was a father and a mother and 4 small children dressed in their Sunday best. They'd come several hours on a bus and were having the first meal of the day. Each of them was eating a cob of cold boiled corn. The cost of the bus to Manila probably came out of their food budget. As I watched that family, my heart overflowed with emotion. There is the church. There is the power. There is the future. As with families in many lands, they pay their tithing, sustain their leaders, and do their best to serve.
One of our last stops on that trip was Manila in the Philippines, where we met with approximately 35,000 members in a huge sports arena, probably the largest assembly of Latter-day Saints under one roof at one time. As we entered the hall, I could not hold back the tears. It was my privilege to participate in the opening of missionary work in that land in 1961. At that time, we did not have a building of any kind, and we had only one native member of the church of whom we were aware. And now to go back and realize there are 46 stakes in the Philippines and a temple of the Lord. It is truly a miracle the Lord has wrought in that part of the world.